Hello friends, today we are going to see the very important machining process called milling and its machining time calculation procedure. Milling is a machining process. It can produce flat, contoured and helical surfaces by means of multiple cutting edged rotating tool called milling cutters. What are the factors to be considered in estimating the milling time? Here, total length of cut is an important parameter that needs to be found out before getting to the problem. Then we should know what is approach and overrun or over travel. This we have already studied, but here with respect to milling process we are going to see what is approach and overrun. The next one is number of cuts required, cutting speed, and finally the feet per minute. All these 6 parameters are very important as far as milling time is concerned. We know approach is the distance through which the cutter has to move before the full depth of cut is acquired in the workpiece. Like approach, over travel or overrun is the distance through which the cutter has to move further after the job length is over to be clear of the job. So in the previous classes we found that the machining time T equals to capital L by Fn. Here L is length of cut and N also we found that it is a rotational speed is equals to 1000 S divided by pi d. S is here cutting velocity in meters per minute. On the right side, a schematic figure is given showing the length of work and approach and over travel distances. From the figure you can able to see the milling cutter is about to touch the workpiece, but it is not fully immersed into the workpiece. When the milling cutter fully immerses into the workpiece, a certain distance has to be moved. The distance traveled from touching the workpiece to center of the milling cutter, that is called approach. Likewise, at the end also the milling cutter has to clear the workpiece, that is called over travel or over cut. So from this diagram you can able to see length of cut or total table travel as equals to length of work plus added table travel. This addition of table travel equals to cutter approach plus over travel or cutter approach, either cutter approach alone or over travel alone. That depends on the case. We will see one by one. Here feet per revolution is equals to feet per tooth multiplied by number of teeth. Normally in the milling cutter problem you may see feet per tooth in the problems instead of feet per revolution in the previous cases. So in this slide we learned what is length of cut, how to calculate length of cut. Other than that, machining time and speed formula we already learned from the previous classes. In milling there are 2 types of milling process. One is face milling, another one is slab milling or pline milling. What is face milling? Here the milling cutter travels to the length of face. Even after the milling cutter travels to a distance of workpiece length, some portions needs to be covered fully. That is, some portions left unmachined as shown in the figure. Only when the milling cutter completely covers the workpiece, then only the machining can be completed. So that the milling cutter or the table has to be traveled, and extra distance is called added table travel. We will see three different cases in face milling. One, the diameter of cutter is greater than width of the workpiece. Second case, diameter of the cutter is equal to width of the workpiece. The third case, diameter of cutter is smaller than width of the workpiece. Okay. So in each case, the approach distance will vary. We will see the case 1 where the diameter is greater than W, D is greater than W. From the triangle ABC, the approach is nothing but AC minus AB. AC here is the radius or diameter by 2. When you solve for AB, the equation would be changed like this: AB equals to square root of AC squared minus BC squared. AB is nothing but radius minus A. A is the approach distance. D by 2 is the radius. D by 2 minus A equals to square root of D by 2 the whole square minus W by 2 the whole square. So finally, we will arrive an equation for approach as half of D minus square root of D square minus W square. This is the approach distance, holds good for when the case is diameter of the cutter is more than the width of the cutter, width of the workpiece. When in the case of diameter equal to width, the added table travel is equals to D by 2. Even if you substitute these values in the previous equation, you will get the same. The case 3, if D is less than width of the workpiece, then added table travel equals to D by 2. But we need to have more than one traverse to cut completely of the workpiece. Case 2, type 2, it's a slab milling or pline milling. It is milling flat surfaces with milling cutter axis parallel to the surface being milled. Here also we have three cases. When the depth of cut is less than the radius of the cutter, milling cutter, then the added table travel is equals to square root of D capital multiplied by D small minus D small the whole square. When the case depth of cut equals to D by 2 or depth of cut is greater than D by 2, the added table travel equals to T by 2. So please keep this in your mind. When the depth of cut is less than radius of the cutter, added table travel equals to square root of D, that is capital D multiplied by small d minus small d square, the square root. Right. With this introduction, we will see some problems so that we can very easily understand how the milling time is calculated. This is the problem. A 300 by 550 mm cast iron piece is to be face milled with a carbide cutter. The cutting speed and feed are 50 meters per minute and 50 millimeters per minute. If the cutter diameter is 80 mm and it has 12 cutting teeth, here number of teeth are given, so you need to find out feet per revolution. 12 cutting teeth determine cutter RPM, feet per tooth and milling time. Cutter RPM, that's a spindle speed. Obviously we know it is 1000 multiplied by S cutting velocity divided by pi into diameter, cutter diameter. So that works out to be 200 RPM. Here number of cuts are given and the feed rate has given us 50 millimeters per minute. So the question asked is feet per tooth. 50 millimeters per minute divided by number of teeth multiplied by speed will give you feet per tooth. If you cancel out the similar units, you will get what is the unit of feet per tooth. Here feet per mm, that is millimeters per minute, speed is rpm, multiplied by number of teeth. Number of teeth doesn't have any unit, that is mm per minute divided by rotations per minute. So it's going to be mm per tooth. It is equals to 0.02 mm per tooth. For the machining or milling time, we need to find out what is the over travel. Over travel is the distance traveled by the cutter in order to complete the cutting completed. Since this is a face milling problem, over travel for diameter greater than width of the workpiece, over travel equals to half of d minus square root of d square minus w square. When you substitute these values, you will get 8.8 mm as a over travel. You can convert that into 9 mm. So the total travel by the cutter or the table travel should be of 309 mm. So the time for machining 9 mm at the rate of 50 millimeters per minute, the total machining time would be 6.18 minutes. So here cutter RPM we found, feet per tooth we found, and machining time we found. So this is a very simple problem. Here you can able to score full marks within a matter of minute or two. We'll move on to next problem. This is one of the university problem. Here a T slot is to be cut in a CI slab as shown in figure. Estimate the machining time. Take cutting speed as 25 meters per minute. Feed as 0.25 millimeter per revolution. Diameter of cutter for channel milling is 80 mm. Okay. So it is a slab milling. Here 20 mm wide slot needs to be cut for a 20 plus 15, 35 mm deep channel. So we can do it in two steps. Cutting a groove of 20 mm wide and 35 mm deep with a single cutter. That is possible. We can able to find out n speed as 25 multiplied by 1000 divided by pi 80. 25 is here your peripheral velocity, cutting speed. So the rotation speed becomes 100 rpm. Over travel for the peripheral milling, we already found a formula, square root of capital D multiplied by small d minus small d square. That's equals to about 39.9 mm. It's going to be 40 mm roughly. So total tool travel is going to be 260 mm plus 40 mm. 260 is the length of the workpiece that you can see from the figure given. 40 is the over travel. So the total tool travel is going to be 300 mm. Time for the cutting slot is going to be length of cut by feet per minute. It is exactly 12 minutes. The second step where we are going to use T slot cutter for a depth of 60 mm, sorry, for the width of 60 mm and for a depth of 20 mm. So from this we can able to find out the rotation speed n equals to 133 rpm when you substitute all the values in the formula. Since it's a slot milling and diameter of cutter equals to width of the cut, so the over travel is going to be diameter of cutter divided by 230 mm. So total tool or table travel is going to be 260 plus 30 equal to 290 mm. So the total time taken for T slot milling is going to be 290 divided by 0.25. That's the feed given the problem itself. Multiplied by 133. That's a speed. That works out to be 8.7 minutes. So in order to cut completely, we need both the T slot cutting as well as a channel cutting. So the total time to complete the workpiece is going to be 12 plus 8.7 minutes. That works out to be 20.7 minutes. So in milling we have seen both plain milling as well as face milling. We also see two problems in this. If you get any problem in milling, probably of this kind of problem will come. So hope you can able to solve the problem. Only two things you need to memorize. One is over travel. The other thing is the feet per tooth. That needs to be converted into feet per revolution. Thank you very much. We will see in the next class dealing with shaper and planing machine.